Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. My name is Pierre-Paul, Design Studio Solutions Specialist for Autodesk. Okay, so I have my listing script right here, and I have points at the top, points at the bottom, and lines. So I'm gonna go ahead and delete the line and delete the top button. So I'm left with just a bunch of points at the bottom. Sorry, let me zoom in to here a little bit. Great. And yeah, so let's zoom in on our script. So I have here I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 points. So let's just go ahead and make less points. So here I have 4 points, and that's good. So I'm gonna go ahead and save this script as list. So file, save as, and list, which I already saved. It's okay, resave it. So now I have my list script. So it's really generating just points. Here I have 4 points, no biggie. So let's have a watch. And under this watch, you can see I have one list of 4 points. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, not too complicated so far. What happens when I actually start to have an array, right? But before we do that, so what if I said I want to get the first point in this list? What I can do is say, okay, let's do an integer slider, and here I have 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Your counting starts at 0, 1, 2, 3. So here let's start from 0 to 3 by step 1. That's good. And I'm going to say get an item. So get item at index. So let's take that one, and I'm going to say let's get this item here. So I'm going to get this item. Let's watch it, and I need to put in my slider connected up here so we can see it. And actually, let me get let me try again. Good. All right, so now I'm gonna make this invisible. So now if I have my first point, then I can cycle through the points 1, 2, 3, 4. So this is how I grab one item off the list in the simple list of points, right? So far so good, easy enough. All right, so what happens when my matrix gets more complicated, or my list gets more complicated? So here, what if I say, instead of having just a line, just one array of points, what if it's 2 arrays, so x and y? And here you can see my lacing is not correct because I only have 4 points. If I say lacing, switch it to cross product, now I'm generating a full array of points, because this is what I want to do. All right, so I have an array of points. What happens when I go through this array of points? And here, let's move this solar. And here I'm going to say, let's go ahead, make that invisible. And I'm going to say, I'm going to get the first item in this list. So what's the first item in this list? And here you can see it's this whole array of points here. And if I switch, index 1, index 2, index 3. So that's the last index in this array. Actually, I should probably do that 3, because 0 to 3, yeah, it's 4. That makes sense. Okay, so here I can pick through the arrays, and if you look at the list, I have an entire list of points. But here I have, in this case, they're all lined up in the y-axis, and this is how I select them. But there are other ways to select those points. And if I go into here, at this level, we can say, okay, let's go ahead and use levels. And if I use my first level 2, level 1 is going to pick all the points, right? Basically, it's going from the biggest list to the narrower list. If I go from this point that picks everything, I can say, let's go to this side. So now instead of being everything on y0, here everything is on x0. So when I select my points, I change the way I select my points by changing the level of the lists, if that makes sense. So level 2 or 3. So I can say y0 or x0. By default, in this case, it'll be y0. So here, the levels allow me to select and change which way I pick my points. And you can see the actual points on the watch item over here. So index 1, here I'm out of bounds, so I can go back to the levels and change them. And that's how you get different ways to different points. Basically, you basically selecting points on a different way and at different levels, if that makes sense. If we go back to the original, and the original is the y0 selection. Now I can get even more complicated. So what if I want something that's in 3D? Well, everything's in 3D, but you know what I mean. Now we have an entire array in X, Y, and Z of points arranged in different lists. So how can you go through them? And that's how this is how all those list items are very helpful, because they allow you to select those points in whichever order you choose and whichever way you prefer, right? That's the beauty of this. So here, I'm gonna say, let's make that invisible for now. And let's get items at 0. And now you can see here, everything on the y0 axis. And if you change the level, let's say use levels, now you can change the level structure as well. So level 3, level 2, level 1. So y0, x0, z0. If you say I want to pick everything at L1, then you're selecting the entire array, basically. And when you select that, you flatten the list, because there's no more, if you look here, you have a list of lists of lists. But here, when I say get them at the index, you flatten the entire thing. So let's move that over. And let's unpreview this. So, actually, I did preview that, sorry. Let's change the index here. So index, again, this is y0, x0, y0, x0, c0. There you go. And those are the points you get. And if you need to get a certain point at a certain index, you can, again, grab this out and say, get the point that you need. Basically, what I wanted to show you was there are different ways that data is organized, and there are different ways that you can select that data using the list tools. Just a very simple example to show you how data is organized. For everything you wanted to know about lists, you should go to this website, so primer2.dynamobim.org, and if you go under the essentials and concepts and designing with lists, and it makes a very good job at explaining what a list is and explaining how you can work with them. The example of the bananas, I believe they have stacks of dimes or playing cards, and it tells you how you can design with lists, work with lists, etc. The key concept you want to get out of this is the way you organize data is important, and also, if you think about this, the points that you generate, those will be the center of the patterns that you're going to use in the future, right? So it is very important to understand how data is generated and how you can organize it to your own benefit in the future. Thank you for watching the video.